Welcome back to another episode of the Wiley Show. It is so good to be back, you guys. I have been under the weather, all right? I have been under the weather. I'm going to tell y'all how it all started. I was out in Atlanta, went to Monique concert, her taping. Then I left there, went out to the club, and then I flew in on that Sunday because the taping was on Saturday. And then I went to WWE Raw on that Monday night. As soon as I got home, I just had the calls. I had yellow mucus. It was a lot. And I'm like, what in the world is going on? I thought maybe it's something, maybe it ain't that bad. So I slept, and then I just started running a fever and started getting not well. So I went to the ER. They ran some tests. They tested me for the Rona. They tested me for the flu. They tested me for these things. Still wasn't feeling good. They sent me home with some medicine. And so I went home and I still wasn't feeling better. So I went and I just called the ambulance because I was like sweating bullets. Like I had chills and I was just sweating. I knew I was running a fever. And so when the paramedics came, they said, you're not running a fever. So I said, still take me to the ER because I'm just not feeling the best. Just take me back. And so I went back. So they test me for a fever. They checked my temperature. I was running a fever at 104, and so I was running another fever. And so they was giving me meds and stuff like that. The fever broke. They sent me home with some medicine, and then I personally did not want to take any medicine because I just wanted this to pass on naturally. I didn't want to take any medicine or anything, so I just wanted to pass on naturally. So I didn't go and get any of the meds, and so then I was just starting feeling better and stuff like that. But then I went to work on yesterday and I felt much, much better. Then we went to the Tamar Braxton. We went to 112. What was other guys? It was Bobby Brown, Monica, and then Tevin Campbell. They all performed at the American Airlines Arena. So I went there on that Saturday. Okay, I went there on that Saturday, and I went there to participate in this concert because I bought the ticket, and I was like, I'm not gonna let this ticket go to waste. I'm gonna go. So then I went to the concert, and I'm seeing all these artists perform. It's just freezing cold once I got out of there. No coat on, and the cough just came back, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what is going on here? Like the cough came back, and I met a producer, didn't get her name because I was just over it. She said, oh my gosh, I watched the Wiley Show. I'm like, how you doing? She watched the Wiley Show. Beautiful Black woman. Shout out to that sister that I saw at the outside of the concert. I stayed to the show until the end. They cut Monica's set short because it was almost close to midnight. And so they had a lot of acts. Usually I typically don't like to go to concerts where they put a lot of acts on one bill because somebody's act is going to get cut because of the time restraints. It's because of the time restraints. And so they had cut Monica's set short. And so I said, okay, then I'm going to leave. So I went on and I said, wow, I have to come back live on YouTube. And I just couldn't do it the past couple of days. And then I'm feeling much, much better. I'm feeling much, much better. And then I said, hey, I'm going to go live today because the midterm election is tomorrow. I did my predictions. I do believe that Stacey Abrams is a closeted lesbian. And I'm going to say this, and I'm going to get into these topics. And I was talking with somebody, and I said, one of Stacey Abrams' problem is she's a closeted lesbian. Because if she wasn't a closeted lesbian, she would be with a black man. And probably she like white women. And I think that's not going to be a good look for her. And I said this, and I said it out in open. I said, maybe she's a closeted lesbian. And I said it, and I got into this big argument with this Stacey Abrams supporter. And I said, it is what it is. And I said, oh, and she's going to lose tomorrow because Governor Kemp, he have strength, and he's a straight man, and he's not a closeted lesbian. And then he know how to push back the plate. And I said that, and I just got into this big argument with a Stacey Abrams supporter, and something that Stacey Abrams did that I did not like. And I'm not the biggest Stacey Abrams fan. I used to be, but I'm not. So I go to Stacey Abrams' Instagram. I go to her Instagram, minding my own business, and I see that she was in Target. She was in Target. What was she buying? Snacks. She was in Target buying snacks. Okay? Okay? She was in Target buying snacks. Now, I'm the type of person, and you already have a weight problem. She's already overweight, and I've said it multiple times. Why are you in Target buying snacks? Why are you not in there? So you know what? I'm going to eat healthy living. I'm on this track of losing weight. I'm on the track of doing fruits and vegetables. I'm on the track of being on a non-meat, non-fried diet. And she buying candy. So I'm not trying to come at her because I people come at me a lot in the grocery store and stuff when they say, "Oh, I don't like what you said about Stacey Abrams." It's just my opinion. I feel like if she was slimmer, I feel like if she had a rat and a donkey donk and not just a bodega, she got a bodega. I think that men would have flourished to her and would have flourished to her campaign if she was looking like, you know what I'm saying, like Tamron Hall, something of petite, but she's a brick house. And that matters, you know, working out, that does matter. And so when I put that out there to the people, in my humble opinion, people were getting upset. They were getting angry. I was getting all type of emails and texts from people saying, you should apologize to Stacey Abrams. And I said, I'm not going to apologize. She's going to lose tomorrow. And I've said Beto, and I like Beto. But Beto, he looks weird. Beto looks weird to me. And when Beto said, and I'm saying, and I said it humbly, when he said he was going to take away the guns, I knew he was going to lose, because here in Texas, one thing about Texas, we like our ribs and we like our guns, okay? I don't own a gun. But I know in Texas, the language, the spirit in Texas, we like our baby back ribs and we like our guns, even though I don't own a gun. But I know that's the spirit of, embedded of, in Texas. And Beto, what Beto should have done, Beto should have said, hey, we're going to increase security at the schools, metal detectors at the schools, because security matters. She'd have went on a whole he could have went on a whole tour about, you know, safety, school safety tour. And he didn't do that. He was talking about taking away the guns. And I know that is very unpopular. I talked to a lot of voters, a lot of Democrats, a lot of independents. And I said, how do you feel about Beto taking away your guns? And he said, you know, Brother Wiley, some of them call me Mr. Wiley, some of them call me sir, some of them even call me boy. Okay. And I said, how do you feel about him taking away your guns? And they were saying, you know what, this is not good. I don't want nobody taking away my weapons. This is how I protect my family. I hunt, and etc. And Beto should have listened. And his campaign, they didn't listen to me. Now, we sent this stuff, ideas to the campaign. We sent the thing to the campaign to Stacey Abrams, said, Stacey, you need to get a man and not be a closet lesbian. She's a closet lesbian. I think she's going to announce that she's out, you know, straight soon. You know, I mean, she's going to announce that she's gay, you know, when she won, but she's dealing with a white woman. It's a white woman that she's dealing with, and she's a closet lesbian. And I guess she don't want to turn off the Black America, because, you know, Black America is very, very conservative. But I know a lesbian when I see one. I know, and she gives me no back. She's built like a brick house. She's built like that. And so when I put this out there to the forefront, I know a lot of people didn't like what I said. They were angry, they were upset, and it offended a lot of people, and people were upset with me. And I just said it. So tomorrow, speaking about tomorrow, I will be live, okay, about 10:30 Central, and we will be reviewing the midterm elections. I usually have a commercial. I usually do it with Blue Skies, but I was under the weather, you guys, and still am. But I said I had to push through to come and do this live with you all. I have to push through with this. If we got any, and many people is mad, and we'll talk to one viewer. Would you rather take away your Social Security or your guns? People, stop believing the hoopah. It is more Republicans on Social Security. Social Security is protected, right? And maybe if the Republicans had a plan for the replacement of Social Security, and I'm not a Republican, I'm not a Democrat, I'm an independent, but I just don't want people to be here with the fear-mongering. Excuse me, I had to blow my nose. Give me 1 second, you guys. And I don't want to blow it on camera, so y'all bear with me. I'm still getting over a cold. And so a lot of people on there. And so we're definitely going, and then somebody saying, stop body shaming Wiley. It's disgusting. This is the Wiley Show. People have to understand, and I'm talking to you, Amanda. You probably, and I could drop the link for you, Amanda, because this is the Wiley Show. I'm not body shaming. I'm trying to tell her, and I say it humbly, and I said it humbly, to push back the plate. I'm gonna say it humbly, okay? All right, hold on 1 second. 1 second. Let me say this, because when I say this, a lot of women, they come at me and say, you're body shaming. In America, because I live in America, it is a such thing called freedom of speech. And all I'm saying, and you could turn to your neighbor and say these words, push back the plate. Okay? That is what I'm saying. And so, sister that said that, and I said it humbly because I'm on a strict diet and I'm pushing back the plate, Amanda. You can hit the link. I don't know if that's Stacey Abrams' closeted girlfriend. I don't know, but you can definitely come on the show. I can drop the link again, or anybody that want to say something real quick about the whole Stacey Abrams thing. I don't mind at all. And these are just my thoughts. These are just my thoughts and stuff like that. Okay, these are just my thoughts. So that's all I'm saying is saying push back the plate. That's what I'm saying. And when I say this, a lot of plus side overweight women that's bitter and single, okay, they the ones that get upset. The petite, the slimmer, the BBL, the women that can see the inside part by looking down, the women that don't breathe heavily, they're not upset and offended. The only women that are offended by me is those plus size, heavy rolls, no neck, okay? Collard greens eating, fried chicken eating women. Them the only ones that get upset. Them the only ones that's angry and upset about what I am saying. Okay? And I'm just really just giving my thoughts. And I was at a concert, and this is what I knew I had to take my health very seriously. I was at a concert, and it was this big woman, and she was with a slimmer man. And literally, she was taking up two of the seats, and the guy literally had to just scoot to like the third seat. He couldn't even hardly fit in his seat. And I felt ashamed, and I wanted to tap the sister on the shoulder. I wanted to tap her on the shoulder and be like, sis, push back the plate. Because how in the world could you let yourself go like that? And I was trying to enjoy the concert, and she was breathing really hard. I was trying to enjoy the concert, and I should have tapped her on the shoulders, but I was under the weather. I was under the weather, and I should have just tapped her. Tapped her on the shoulder and had a conversation with my sister because she's obese. And I should have tapped her. I should have tapped her on the shoulder, and then some told me don't tap her. And so when I was sitting down in my seat, it was a gentleman, drunk, sloppy drunk. He pulled a lot of his liquor. He pulled it on me. Okay, a lot of his liquor just wasted all on my clothes. And I was upset because I know he was enjoying, him and his girlfriend. They was enjoying themselves. They was up there taking selfies, but the liquor wasted on me, and I was offended. And I wanted to get up there, and I wanted to say, bruh, sit your butt down. You wasted liquor on me. And I didn't do it. I kept it to myself because, again, I am a public figure. Right? I have fans across the world, and I have fans in the building. So I don't want to embarrass myself and embarrass what I definitely did that. But I was highly offended because I'm like, hurry up. And I'm like, he was still dancing. And eventually all the liquor was gone because you wasted most of it on me. It's really sad. And so I was at the concert. I was by myself because I'm single. I was by myself. Because many people say, who were you with at the concert? I was by myself. I'm single. By myself. And he had wasted liquor on me. And he was dancing and stuff like that. And I was at this concert and I was minding my own business. And I saw Bobby Brown. And there's no offense towards Bobby. But Bobby Brown need to retire. I saw Bobby Brown on stage. And I'm sitting there. And minding my own business is watching Bobby Brown. The sweat, the heavy breathing, it was a disaster. He's off key, a disaster. Who is these promoters still trying to book Bobby Brown? And I'm just minding my own business and not even trying to come at Bobby, but he sounded a hot mess. And this is the thing. I saw Tamar. Yes, I did. Tamar was at the concert. And I like you, Tamar. But why in the world you was on that stage with pajamas? Many people said that wasn't pajama, that was Chanel. That looked like pajamas. On the stage, looking like pajama on your body. And I'm not trying to come at Tamar. I'm not trying to come at Tamar because, again, I like Tamar. I've been a fan of Tamar for years. Okay, when she was out naturally before she got all that plastic surgery, I was a fan. I had her sister Trina when they had a Braxton Family Values. I had Trina on our show. I'm a big fan. We wanted to get the other woman that that passed on. We wanted to get her on the show, and eventually she passed, so we couldn't get her. But we were trying to get her on Tracy on the show, and I saw it in there, and I said she looked at a hot mess. Okay, she looked at a hot mess, and I don't know if it's because she's single, and then she was popping. She sounded okay, but she just looked at a mess, and I don't know why anybody did not say that. Why did she look like she had on pajamas? Now, the highlight of the performance that I seen, it was Tevin Campbell. Did I say his name right? Tevin Campbell. That man, I just wanted to throw my drawers on the stage. Like Tevin Campbell, I mean, you could tell he's a bottom. You can tell that. But you hear that voice, and he had a band, and his band was on fire. It was a good, he put on a good set. We were clapping. I didn't even know he had all those hits. And then he was singing like, "Can We Talk?" And I'm like, I'm just hearing this. And then he hit them high notes. I'm a huge fan of Tevin Campbell. I'm a huge fan. And he looks good. Okay? He looks good. And for him to be in his 50s, he looks amazing, by the way. And so I tried to throw my number on the stage, and of course it didn't fit on the stage because I didn't throw it further enough. I was trying to throw my number. He's an artist, incredible artist, and he was there performing. And Dallas is in the house, and Dallas is in the house, and I was there, and I saw all of that, and I was at this concert, and I had a good seat. I had a good seat. I was sitting on the fourth row, on the fifth row. I had a good seat. I could see the stage, and it was definitely great. And I greatly appreciate, myself for going to these concerts. And I at first I wasn't gonna go, but I said, you know what, I'm gonna go to the concert. I see it, and I wanted to throw on my drawers. I don't even think I had on drawers. Did I have on drawers? Paul, did I have on drawers at the concert? I don't think I had on drawers. I didn't have on any drawers because I think I was washing them and I put them in the dryer. I don't think I had on drawers. I usually don't wear drawers in public. I didn't have on drawers. Did I have on drawers? Okay, yeah, because I felt a little breeze down there, so I didn't have on no drawers. Yeah, I didn't have on no drawers. Excuse me. Excuse me. All right. So that's what I always had to open up with that. I want to talk about DaBaby, okay? And I am a huge fan of DaBaby, but DaBaby, he ain't selling no tickets. And I felt bad. He haven't really came to Dallas. I felt bad because I would have treated at least about 50 fans of the Wiley Show supporters to go to his concert. But his concert is selling like $22. It's just really sad. $22. And you get a free ticket. You buy one, get one free. But it's standing room only. And I don't like those concerts. I don't like those concerts that you have to stand. I like to sit down because even at the concert I was at, the people were standing up, and eventually I sat down because I'm old. I'm in my 30s. I'm about to be 32 on the 11th. All right. And I don't like to go to a concert where there's no seating room. If I can't sit down, I ain't going to your concert. I ain't in my 20s. I'm in my 30s. Think I'm about to stand at your concert and let you pour water on me? No. If you can't be at no theater where I can sit, you don't need to be going to no concert. And I think, and this is what DaBaby, you need to hear me, DaBaby. You need to make more hits because you're not making money with your music and you're trying to go on tour and you're doing it too quickly. You need to go to the lab and you need to make more hits because you don't have enough hits to talk about going on tour. You don't. You need to go into that lab and make some good hits. Now, I did see your freestyle, great freestyle, but you need to be making some hits. Definitely. That's what you need to be, making some hits. And if you had hits, then you go on concerts. Because when I went to the concert with Tevin Campbell and all of them, Bobby Brown, they have albums that they sold. So they're always going to have fans that are going to go to their shows. DaBaby, you're not that established yet. And see, the problem is a lot of these artists don't make the money from the label anymore. They don't, because they don't sell them many records. And most of it goes back to the label because they took a loan out. So once they deduct all that, it's pennies on the dollar. So they make most of their money from the road. And DaBaby don't own his masters. Somebody else owns his masters. So he don't make the many hits. And then his last album that he came out with wasn't that great. It wasn't, in my humble opinion. And so we definitely going to work with that with DaBaby. And I'm definitely going to send him an email and try to work with him on that and tell him to go to the lab and make some better hits. And then we'll look at it differently. But that's what I'm saying in my humble opinion. My humble opinion. Now I had somebody else on the docket, and I want to make sure that we talk about them really quickly. Give me a second, you guys. On the docket. Okay. Kyrie Irving. All right. And I want to say this because Kyrie Irving have definitely been going around very anti-Semitic, very terrible guy. He promoted a documentary, Hebrews to Negroes. And the documentary is just based on incorrect information about Jewish people. And so he promoted this documentary on Amazon. He refused to apologize, and it's just terrible. And I have good friends that are Jewish. My grandmother used to take care of Jewish people. Good friends and they're very good people that I know. I know a lot of good ones. And so Ariana, I think she's Jewish. One of my good friends from high school was Jewish. And I think he's a very terrible guy. I think he's a conspiracy theorist. And I'm like, why are you going to risk your career for foolishness? And you're promoting a documentary that's one-sided. And I believe that is very incorrect. And these are just my thoughts about that as well. I don't think that we should be disrespecting the Jewish people because they have been allies with us in the struggle. They've been there. A lot of them put their lives on the line for the struggle. And now you get this group of sector, these ADOS people, or this sector of African-American people thinking that it's okay to disrespect Jewish people, and it's never okay to do that. And I told Kanye West, don't do it. Kanye West is not, don't do that. That's very disrespectful. You may have a problem with one person that is Jew, that's a Jew. That's one thing, but to disrespect the entire race is wrong. Because if I have a problem with Pookie, I'm not going to put all black people as being lazy and robbers. Just because Pookie robbed me, I'm not going to say, well, the black community is robbers. No, I'm not going to group all black people in the same box. I'm just not going to do that. And so I believe Kyrie Irving should be fired. And I've reached out to the NBA and I said, y'all need to fire this guy. This guy is not a good guy. He's not really the best basketball player. When the last time he won a national championship? It's been a while. Fire him because he's very disrespectful to Jewish people. They are innocent. They went through a lot to stand on the side of black people. And he promoted a documentary that disrespect Jewish people. They're saying that Jewish people was a part of the slave trade. It wasn't. Let's be clear about the slave trade. It was Africans. Let's be clear about this. It was Africans that was enslaving other Africans. There wouldn't be a slave trade if it wasn't for African tribal chiefs enslaving their own people. This had nothing to do about the Jewish people. And so I'm gonna say, and I say it humbly, and I believe that Mr. Irving definitely should apologize. He's wrong. I don't think that he should get hired back with the team. I think they should fire him unless he go and meet with the Jewish leaders, unless he get educated, unless he take an anti-Semitic course to learn that you can't do these things with your platform, in my humble opinion. And we just have to be real clear about slavery. It was Africans. And bro, do you want to buy this person? It was them that was doing this. And so we must be clear about that information. Our ancestors from Africa was enslaving other Africans. And we got to be clear about that. Because, I was watching The Woman King, and it was a good movie, but the king was enslaving other Africans. That's how he had his wealth, because he was enslaving other Africans, his own people. That's how he came into power. That's how the wealth that backed up the crown, the kingdom, because they was enslaving other Africans. So, but the movie they made it seem like he wasn't doing that. So we definitely have to pay attention to that. And I know I got a lot of people in here that don't agree with me, and that's fine. If you don't agree with me, that's all the way fine. But I believe that, and I work with a lot of Jewish people. They're the most kindest, the most beautiful people I have ever met. And I love the fact they stick together, they invest in community, they invest in Black enterprises as well. And so Dr. King, some of his biggest financial backers for the SLC, hold on, let's say that right. SCLC. SCLC. Hope I said it right. Hold on 1 second. They were some of his biggest backer. All right. Y'all, I'm still under the weather. But they were some of his biggest backer. And I just want people to understand that I'm a huge fan of the Jewish people. And I don't like when you get people that disrespect Jewish people. Oh, excuse me. I still have this cold. All right. And so that's what I'm saying. And so I wanted to call Minister Farrakhan because I disagree with some of the stuff he was saying, because they wrote a book, The Secret Life, The Secret Relationship Between Jews and Blacks. So I wrote the Nation of Islam. I said, why don't you guys meet with with Jewish people? Because I feel like y'all are putting the Jewish people and making blanketed statements. And so I called the Nation of Islam because I wanted to speak to Minister Farrakhan. They didn't let me get on the phone with him. I'm like, I wanted to talk to my brother. And so they didn't let me get on the phone. And then I see Brother Ben, and which I love Brother Ben. I love the Nation. I believe they're doing incredible work. So I'm seeing Brother Ben, he's selling the books and he's shipping the books around the country. So I'm going to buy that book and I'm going to read it for myself. And I'm going to get on the phone with the ADL, and bring some of the representatives on the Wiley Show and have them to explain it. Because I think a lot of y'all don't understand the struggle that Jewish people went through. Don't understand that. And y'all listening to the Kanye West, someone that is greatly disturbed, mentally disturbed. Okay. And I'm greatly going to bring it up. And I really love it. Was this one Jewish person. Her name was Mrs. Goldberg or Goldstein, I believe it was her name. My grandma used to take care of her, and I was going over there. She loved me. She would always give me peppermint candy. And I needed to do this play. I wanted to do a play, and I didn't have the money. So Mrs. Goldberg, I think that was her name, Mrs. Goldstein or Mrs. Goldberg, she paid for me to go to the play, to do this play. Very nice woman. And she was showing me stuff about the Holocaust, about her family, and a good woman. Very nice. Every time I would come over, she would give me peppermint and just a really good woman, you know. She wasn't masculine. She was very, very good. Just a very good woman. I will always go there, you know, to help her. And I loved her. And when she passed away, I cried. Give me a second. You know, when she passed, I felt hurt. I looked at her in that casket, and I wept. I was weeping. And I was hurt because she gave me the best advice. She said, don't let nobody steal your joy. She would always tell me that. You are beautiful. You are talented. You're going to be a great young man. And then Mrs. Goldstein could see me now. I know she would be proud. And she left me something in the will, and I can't really get into details of what she left me, but she did leave me something. Um, she left me something. She left me some good crystal bowls. She left me some good crystal bowls. She left me some good crystal bowls, and I still have it. Um, really, really nice. And every time I put the cereal in these crystal bowls, I wept. And I don't want to talk about it now because I can just remember, seeing her in her nice fur coats. And I've gotten a little older, and I would take her to her errands. I would run her around, took her to her errands and everything like that. And she lived in a nice gated community, and I would take her around. And she just used to love when I would sing gospel music. I think one of my favorite songs I would sing Shirley Caesar. And her family, they didn't know she liked some gospel music. So I'm going to definitely miss her. I still talk to her family now. They helped me get some great jobs. Uh, they helped me get great jobs, and I love them. So I will always be indebted to the Jewish community. And I was about 18, 19 years old, and I would drive her around, and I just don't like when black people come at Jewish people because I always think about Miss Goldstein. I think about her all the time, and I miss her. I miss her. And every time I look at those crystal bowls, I I I weep. I weep. And many people, they were saying in my family, "Oh, she should have left you some money." When you talk to ghetto ratchet people, "Oh, she should have left you some money." She didn't leave you no money. She only left you some crystal bowls. But those crystal bowls are really nice. And I had an uncle. He was a crackhead. He took the crystal bowls and he tried to sell it at the pawn shop. And I had to fought to get those crystal balls back. And my uncle, shout out to my uncle, and he was on crack cocaine. He tried to pawn my crystal bowls. So I'm definitely gonna miss her. I have a picture of her. I can't post it because that's private. But if you ever were to go in my closet, it's a picture of her. I have a picture of her. And it's a picture of me serving her hot food. I used to help my grandma used to cook for them and do all this stuff, and I used to serve her a plate. So it's a picture of me serving her plate, and she had the biggest smile. Yeah, I missed her, and I miss serving for her and helping her, and yeah, and so I have a picture. It's in my closet, and really good. And I remember, when I would call her and she would get on the phone with me, we would talk for hours and hours and hours. And I'm definitely gonna miss her. Definitely gonna miss her. And yeah, so I don't think people should be talking about the Jewish because they're the greatest people, and they're great people. Okay. And so look at the people in the comments. It's, oh my gosh, the people in the comments saying, "Oh, he was tap dancing. He served her. Listen, she had money. We needed a job, and they offered us a job, and they paid it really nice. And I was in the streets because I was taking care of Mr. Goldstein, and I wasn't in the streets. I was literally not in the streets. I was just always at her house, and she lived in a nice gated community. And I wasn't out in the streets. I was taking care of Miss Goldstein, and I was in her house, and just really, 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 really great. And I'm definitely gonna miss her. Yeah, definitely going to miss her. And just had a great thing. And I love working with people. I never ever visit Israel, and that's one thing that Mrs. Goldstein wanted me to go with her to Israel. And she said, Wiley, if you ever get to go to Israel, go. And I said, really? And I said, I'm definitely going to go and visit Israel one of these days. And definitely. And so the entire community, the Jewish people are the most peaceful people ever. They're very peaceful. And I greatly appreciate their support for helping my forefathers and my ancestors and employing my family and helping us to be to be employees and to I greatly appreciate that. And I think Irving is definitely a person that, you know, needs to learn that, because it's a privilege to be in the NBA. And so I just think he needs to apologize. And so thank you so very much. I don't want to get emotional. I was going down memory lane. I was going down memory lane. All right. Oh, I put Storm Monroe in the thing, and I want to give him he's winning. He did a video about takeoff, and I wanted to come live days ago, and it went viral, and that black man had to fight to get credit. And I saw Storm out there fighting. And I wanted to come out there and defend him because I was under the weather. And I was literally, I saw that he was fighting for his to be recognized. And I saw him out there fighting to be recognized. And I thought that was really great. And it was such a disservice to see these major blogs try to deduct from him winning that exclusive. And then you see Nosy. She decided to go live and say Storm Monroe paid that person. Very disrespectful. This is a person that's sued by Nicki Minaj, upset because the lady didn't call her and said that Storm paid. No, Storm having massive platform, and the person called into Storm Monroe's platform and he posted it on his page. He didn't pay that person to go on his show to say that. No. Now, whether the lady was telling the truth or not, that's up to the public. Storm does not have, producers that can fact check it in real time. We don't have that. If you come on the show and the fact check real time, everything, like even the people that came at me about the whole thing with Corey Hardrick, they came at me, they was mad at me, they were angry. Why would you interview this woman? And then Michelle Atielian, she come out and said that Corey is a down low bisexual man. But when I interviewed the woman, when I was taking the shots, being dragged in these streets, saying that Wiley, you interviewed a liar. So, to Storm, congratulations. You needed this win. Thank you. And keep winning. Okay? And people were still dragged in the comments. People were just dragging me about the woman. Why would you interview? Corey Hodgick blocked me on all social media. I think he says he's going to sue me and all of this. Child, we shall see. And I was blocked on all social media. I was blocked literally on all social media. And it's really, really sad. And he probably still will sue me. But the lady, it was something weird about Corey, what the lady was saying. And so I interviewed her. So that was that about. But I definitely want to give Storm Monroe his credit. Now let's get to Armon Wiggins, and then we're going to close this video out. Armon, because I think I have somebody backstage that want to talk. Her name is, she's backstage right now. Can you smile? Okay, she's backstage. Okay, I don't know if this person want to come on. Hold on, before we get to Armon Wiggins, it's somebody backstage that want to talk, and they just talking, and we can't hear none they saying. So give me a second, you guys. Hello, I can't hear you. Hello, it's now. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. You got to take your headphones out. Take your headphones out. Hello?
Yeah.
I can hear you now. I can't hear you now. You got to take the headphones out. You got to take your headphones out.
You hear me now, though?
I can hear you now.
Yeah, this super sci up and this bitch nigga, we about to do the shit that we got to do. You see how Candace Owens was lying? You see how she was lying?
Okay. What do you mean Candace Owens was lying?
I'm talking about you being the newest, biggest YouTuber up in these streets. Wiley Show is about to go national. He syndicated. Producers, where you at? Hey, we the producers. We up in this bitch. Wiley about to go syndicated.
Oh,
Wiley's about to be famous.
Language. Okay.
Oh, too much language. Well, let the people see my face, my sexy face.
No, they don't need to see your face. What do you want to say? Because you hit the link. I'm sorry.
Oh, I just want to tell you that I love you and I can't wait for your big come up.
Oh, well,
you about to have Shark from Adam 22 interview you. You about to be real big, baby. I love you.
Thank you. Okay.
Yes.
I thought she was about to talk about something relevant. All right, let's talk about Armon Wiggins and Jason Lee. So I got some news here. And I heard that Jason Lee talked to the Zeus people and tried to stop Armon Wiggins' bag. And many people were saying, oh, he's gonna destroy bags, but Jason have already said that Armon should not host a reunion, tried to stop his bag. And so Caillou from the Neighborhood Talk didn't want to get involved because I text Caillou. I said, Caillou, why haven't Zeus responded back to you and Armon, hosting the reunion? Then he said, why do I want to get in it? He didn't want to get in. And I said, okay. So my little birdie told me that Jason told Mr. Plomer, what's his name, the CEO of Zeus, don't let Armon host. Me and Claudia have this. And I'm like, Jason, why are you doing it? Because when I went on Armon Wiggins' show and I heard that all of the young men that was on, this show, Bobby Lights Per, it was so entertaining. Armon, it was interesting because at first I was going to read Armon because he almost lost his channel. Because they played porn on the channel. And if he would have kept that video up, he would have lost his channel. His channel would have went away. And I tried to tell Armon, I said, when you interview people like that get drunk and interview people like that, okay, I gotta let you go because you're doing too much in this back. Okay, I gotta kick you off. Okay, thank you so very much. When you interview people like that, you need to do that in a pre-recorded. But I understand that he did it because that he wasn't planning on interviewing him like that. So Island Boy came on there. Other cast came on there and they were just talking. It was so entertaining. That video got almost 100,000 views. It would have been over that if the first video didn't get taken down. Armon did a great job. He did a great job. He did a great job. And I have to give him credit for that. The thing that I don't like is Jason, if he said this, because I don't know for a fact, but this source won't lie to me. If you're telling Zeus not to allow Armon to host, to work with him, that's some foul stuff. Because you're saying that to trash him, even Armon came out and he said, and he wrote a tweet. I don't know if the tweet's still up. And let me see if the tweet's still up. Give me a second, you guys, because I didn't screen record it. You guys, I've been up and about. Then screen record. Okay, here we go. Armon said that you can't burn a bridge that was never there. I agree with that. And then Armon said, people say you're burning bridges, but in reality, your name has already been in rooms you haven't entered, and nervous hoes been hating while I'm gagging. And I'm hearing this, and I'm like, this is really, really, really something. And because, like, saying this to try to stop his bag is just not going to work, because he's still going to be great. He's still going to be awesome. He's still going to be this incredible superstar, whatever he does. He does really great interviewing the people. Many people were getting mad at me about Zeus, and I said something. I said Zeus is offering opportunities for African American people. Many people were getting angry. Oh, they're low vibrational. They're low budget. They're ghetto. They're ratchet. I said they offer entertainment. And it is so many white networks. I've never seen nobody ever call a white network low vibrational. Never. Okay, never seen a white network called low vibrational. Armon also said it's one thing to assume, but to see proof of a bee trying to stop your bag before you knew it was a bee is wow. Wow. And I think what a lot of people are going to say to Armon is post the receipts, because don't just say something. We need to see if this is real. And so post the receipts. And so I'm hearing this and I'm seeing this, and I text Armon, he didn't respond. I said, you need to post the receipts, because don't just say that, put in an accusation that Jason is stopping your bag without posting the receipts of Jason stopping your bag. That will really wake up the streets. Just post it. Why not? Because I think people, we need to see that have happened. In my humble opinion, we need to see that he stopped your bag. We need to see that. Okay. So definitely had to put that out there. And so we're going to keep y'all updated with this. This is not going to be the last time we see about this. We definitely going to do about this. And it's nothing wrong with Zeus Network. They employed a lot of people, and they make a lot of people a lot of money. And so I don't think we should talk down to Zeus. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to open up the StreamYard. If y'all got something to say, this is y'all time to come on. You're not black, super. You ain't black. Okay, this is the time. If you got something to say, this is the time for you all to come on for that. No, I brought you on, sis. Hang up, because I brought you on. You're not trying to talk about the subject. All right. Anybody else that want to talk about the subject? All right. There we go. Okay. Tommy, you there?
Hey, Wiley.
Hey.
Listen, I gotta be quick, but with the whole Storm Monroe thing, I think the problem is that the woman that he was interviewing about Takeoff wasn't giving accurate information. There was, once those videos came out, it contradicts a lot of what that woman was saying. I think that was a problem. But my issue is this: even if she wasn't, oh, sorry, there's a car. Even if she wasn't bringing accurate information to the table, you're still using that video as reference, and you should still give Storm credit. And that's all I gotta say. Why, thank you.
Absolutely, I definitely believe that should go on. In my humble opinion, y'all say open up the phone lines. It's not going to work, because I don't. It's a certain way I have to set up the phone lines to actually work. So if you do want to call in, give me a second. Let me see if it actually work. But yeah, I agree with him on that. They should definitely give Storm Monroe his credit, in my humble opinion. Now we're back, you guys. We're definitely going to be back live tomorrow. I'm just going to work through the last part of this call. We'll be back here tomorrow. I'm going to work the last part of this call. Give me a second. All right. I didn't say her information was wrong. I didn't say her information was wrong. I'm not going to say her information is wrong, because I wasn't there. I heard that the last time I heard about Takeoff, they said that the guy was killed.
Your show now, press 1. To hear important instructions, press 2.
That's what I heard. I don't know how true that is. The guy that
Your
killed
show
the
is scheduled to start in 23 seconds.
Give me a second. Well, let me get you from backstage, lady. It's some child. Do not. She's just talking to herself and not even on camera.
Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Blog Talk Radio.
All right. So I don't know if y'all heard that. So maybe the phone lines will work. Who knows? 646-716-8447. It was live. She called in. He didn't know she was going to call. People took the part and showed it everywhere. So how's his fault? It's different if he brought her on the show. She called in, and that we don't have any control when a person called. Okay, I'm gonna block her. Okay, let me block you for a second. Let me block you. Let me ban you because I'm tired of you keep hitting backstage talking to yourself. You have to call in. All right. All right. So if anybody else want to call in, this is y'all time. All right. This is your time. All right. Now we got the phone lines. Okay, let's see if it works. Anonymous, you live on air.
Hey, I agree with the last caller. If you use my work, give me credit. No ifs, ands, or buts. Okay? If you use their work, of course they want to be credited. Okay? And also to Amar, he is so, like, I don't know. It's just something around with him. Like, he acts like a baby at times. Like, Amar, you do dirty work as well. So why cry out loud? Like, you should have known Jason is fierce before you gang up with him. But you did it to spite Tasha K. You did it to spite the girls. It wasn't 100% authentic, the friendship. So now you're getting burned in the back end because of Jason Lee. What did you think would happen when you guys fall out? And I agree with you, Wiley. If he's stopping your bag, if Jason Lee's stopping your bag, show us the receipt. If not, be quiet. Who cares? I don't want to hear it if you're not showing the receipts like how you did show the previous receipt. And you did say you're going to stop talking about him, but you're consistently talking about Jason Lee.
And my thing is this, because when he said that he had the proof, right? He said he have the evidence and the proof. Show it, because you said he did say, I'm gonna stop talking about Jason, but you're still talking about it. So just show us the proof. Like, continue to ride this wave to be anti-Jason. I believe it. I believe that whoever showed, and it could be Caillou from the Neighborhood Talk, could be Caillou. I hate to bring Caillou's name up, but on station here, Caillou got on the
on station here. Armon Wiggins did bring up Kyle.
He did. So maybe Kyle showed some proof that Jason was talking about Armon, saying that don't work with Zeus. That could be.
Kyle linked the three-way.
Absolutely, because he did mention Kyle. So my thing is this: if Jason, if it's proof, okay, I'm gonna ask you this, and I'm gonna ask the public: if Jason sent out a message to stop Armon Wiggins' back, does that make Jason Lee look like a bully? Does that make Jason Lee look threatened by Armon?
I would say 60%.
Because especially if this is before the call out, especially if this is before Armon dragging Jason. If this is before that, wow, that does look like a hater right there. It's a possibility. Yes, that's what I'm saying.
But it is what it is.
And my humble opinion,
Armon probably stopping other people's bags, possibly.
Wow, I want to see the proof, and I think like
this industry is a hypocrite.
Because my thing is just, I definitely want to see the proof of this. I do believe that Armon probably regret a little bit dissing Jason publicly. I think it's going to be like Jason probably now, if he haven't, it's probably going to be like, don't invite Armon, don't invite him to the plays, don't invite him to the shows.
Well, it's too late now.
It's too late now
because
it's out now. You know what I'm saying?
Now. So drop the receipts that you have. If he's stopping your bag, drop the receipt. We the people want to see the receipt, or else stop making a claim that he's stopping your bag without proof.
I agree. I'm definitely here for it. Thank you so much, Icon, for calling in. It's been a while, but and if he,
I love the phone lines. I'm not going to lie. I love the phone lines.
Thank you.
I'm not a clicker. All right, thank you.
All right, bye. All right, 3014. 3014. 3014. Hello. I hope this ain't the same lady that was talking to herself and can't hear. 3014. 3014. Okay, I guess it's the same lady that was talking to herself and she can't hear. I don't know if that's the same lady, but let me boot her off. Anyway. But thank y'all so very much. Also, my birthday is November 11th, and I greatly appreciate that. I will be 32 years old. We're asking that y'all contribute. Go in your pocket. This is a once a year thing, $1 per year. So it'd be $32. A gift that you want to give to our show. Thank you so very much. I think some people has already sent stuff to the PO box. That's what we like. We do that every year. My birthday is November 11th. I will be going live on November 11th, and that's my birthday. And that's what I want, $1 per year. And that's what I want. You can send it to our Cash App, to our PayPal. That's definitely what I want. If you send a check or money orders, you can definitely send that as well. Marquise Wiley. Greatly appreciate that, because I think somebody last year sent a money order. So I greatly appreciate it. So if you are in the building, make sure we will be going live on that day. If you're a fan, contribute, contribute and give, because we're going to use that money for other things. So if you definitely here, okay. We definitely, if you give and stuff like that, that's what we definitely doing. If Jason remove Armon from the article without the live stream, Armon, and that's proof, or Jason was going to do it regardless. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. They said that's the day of Takeoff funeral. Okay. That's the day of funeral. I definitely will be covering it. I definitely will be covering his funeral, and I'm definitely keeping his family in prayer. I would like to go, but I don't think I'm doing no more trial. I think I'm going to Chicago, and that'll be it. Because wherever I got this cold from, child. All right. Thank y'all. We didn't get any more calls. I thought we didn't have more calls. People, y'all have to call in. It usually be like that, be dead. Sometimes then one day we talk about a subject and then we get flooded with calls. So I don't know what's going on with the people. Y'all let me know why y'all ain't calling in. I guess y'all just love the commentary. But it usually be like that. It be like some days it be dead with no calls, and then some days, some topics to get thrown like an algorithm, it be callers. But I greatly appreciate that. They changed up the rules. They changed up the thing on YouTube, and a lot of the smaller content creators, I'm getting phone calls saying that their views are different. And they saying, Wiley, what do you think about it? And I said, you need to tell your base, you need to tell your people to subscribe to a text list. So whenever you go live, you can send it to them directly. Because on somebody's YouTube channel, I went on there and it said they wasn't live for 5 weeks, but then you have to go on the live tab, and they went live for 5 weeks in a row because they changed it up. So if you go back to the homepage, they recently changed this, maybe about a week ago. And so if you're trying to see the live videos, you have to click under live. Unless I do a restream, then it's under the other tab. But when you're trying to click for a live and see a live, you have to click under the live tab. I don't know why YouTube changed that rule. I don't know what's going on. But that's just how it is. You know, YouTube, that's what they doing. They changing up other stuff as well with the money. And that's what YouTube is definitely doing. And so we definitely, I ain't believing none of that Tasha K saying, because she lies so much. When she telling the truth, you can't believe her. Okay. You can't believe it. Like, she lies so much, and when she telling the truth, people don't believe her. And that's it. Like, she lies so much and then when she tell the truth, you're like, child, please. But her check's gonna look different because it's getting garnished. So, you know, like, they need another source. Anything that Tasha K said, you got to get another source because she lies so much. You can't believe what she's talking about. She lies so much. And then Tasha K, she trying to go viral because her views are not the same. She tried to coach Stormy, that didn't do it. Storm Monroe felt the view. And see, the thing is, when you have major platforms and you have a lot of views, and when them views drop, your money get fickled. And so Storm Monroe felt that. So he needed that takeoff win. He needed that death, unfortunately. I'm just being real, because he needed that because his views was low. These are facts. And so when you get these big platforms and these people, they spend money. See, me, I spend money like on concerts, stuff like that, but I'm learning to be more smart. I ain't doing that, hardly doing that like I did. You got to put the money away and save it and stuff like that. But yeah, his views was the same because YouTube, you can have a good month. The next month, you could be barely making ends meet, especially when you're doing commentary. And so his views were that way. But when it called to Tasha K, her views are low. She lied so much. And it's nothing. And then her tea, the wine that she's giving, the people don't like it. She's going to have to get into another beef with another celebrity. It is what it is. That Cold Stormy doesn't hit the people. And the reason why she's on YouTube, because ain't nobody on the app like that. Ain't nobody on the app like that. And so because this is stale tea. And she need to probably change up her staff, change up her ways. But Tasha K, she tarnished her name a lot. So we're going to definitely see it because she's been boring lately. And I'm a huge Tasha K fan. Like, lately, she have been putting me to sleep. I don't even go over there because I'm like, I don't check for no court Storm. Like, she's trying to get into controversy to drive up them views. And like Storm, he had low views. So he had to take off. So now you're going to see a lot of clickbait. You're going to see a lot of him open up the phone lines and then clip what up the caller say, not off of his talent, but what the caller have said. You got to do what you got to do. And so you're going to see a lot of that. You're going to see, okay, y'all, I'm going to do another live with the callers. And then if the caller say something juicy, he's going to chop that up and make it potentially go viral. And he did it at the right time because Takeoff died. You get them death views. He posted a person, and that's how he went viral. Yeah. It still ain't like Armon, Armon getting exclusives and stuff like that. Armon views of just him just doing content is doing better than Storm Monroe's content. So Storm had to think of creative ways to compete because on his personality alone, he can't compete, unfortunately. He's like a forced personality. There's nothing against him. These are just God-given talent. And so he had to think of creative ways. I'm saying, and I know a lot of people gonna give me bad. And it's just like, oh, stop telling industry secrets. I'm sorry. It is what it is. I'm not jealous of. Listen, I don't care if y'all say jealous. I talk about people. I'm giving my thoughts. And if you think I'm jealous of Storm, then you think that. I talk about Storm, Tasha, I talk about people. That's what I do. Okay? That's what I do. And so, just like I did a clip, this is a secret for YouTubers. When you open up the phone line, a caller called in. I don't know if he's a record of exec. I don't know who he was. He called in. He was critical of Jason Lee. He was critical of Jason Lee. He was critical of Armon. So what did I do? I go into my editing software. I cut that part restreamed it, and it got a couple of thousand views. That's what you have to do when you are a smaller channel. You have to think of creative ways to make money. It is what it is. So when I say this about Storm, and you get a lot of the Storm shit, they get upset. This is my opinion. Okay. I'm glad Storm moved the Bleacher Cream lady live to Sunday. She stopped working with him because there wasn't no sales. It's a shame. I'm giving my thoughts. Okay. Ma'am, Kate, I would love for Kate to call in. Can somebody type in the chat, Kate, call in? Oh, Storm helped you. And that's probably one of Storm Monroe's moderators. I'm just giving my thoughts. That's what I do. It's not stopping my blessing to talk about YouTubers. I'm blessed. I'm here. I'm alive. I'm doing videos. I'm growing. I'm blessed. It's not stopping because I talk about YouTubers. That doesn't make sense. These YouTubers talk about death, talk about celebrities, talk about their relationships, etc. It ain't stopping their blessing, so they ain't gonna stop mine. Okay? I'm just giving my thoughts. Kate, if you give your true opinion, call in, Kate. Call in. Because you do sound like you are one of his moderators. Call in. Maybe something in general is going down. It's so much. That's true. And that's another thing that's going down. Okay? That's not because it's so oversaturated. So I have to think of other things as well to talk about. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm just giving my thoughts. People say I'm trolling, which is really sad. Really, really sad. These are my true thoughts. It is what it is. I'm just giving my thoughts. Thank you. Yeah, you one of his mods, Kate. Don't lie. It's probably Storm. That could be. I know we were talking about Sherrill's World, and a page dropped out of the bushes. They said, Wiley, that's Sherrill's World. And you haven't seen that page since. We were talking about Sherrill's World. Her husband was doing that. And I was gonna hit the link. They blocked me over there on their stream. They blocked me over there because I jumped out of there and they blocked me. I tried to send a super chat, couldn't send a super chat because I was gonna hit the link and talk to her husband. You know, as men, I think we should talk. I was gonna put that lady in her place because Sherrill, you know, I'm talking to your husband, right? Because I think when men talk, women should be silent. That's my true belief. That's just my true belief. And so she dropped out of the bushes, and it was Sherrill's World, allegedly. Thank you. I love y'all. And so these people, they get mad because they thought they was going to control the Wiley Show. We come out and we said we defended Armon, and we love him. I love that man. I think he's a good guy. Even Viola Davis admitted to having a FUFO account. Lily Washington, she admitted to having a FUFO account. And her FUFO account was Lily Washington. And she's a celebrity. Making all that money. She ain't got no eyebrows. but she had a full count. You said call his hotline. I'll call his hotline. I don't mind. What's the number? Kate, you ain't calling in. So you said, and I'm jealous. Think of something else. Somebody said this. You can send me clips of my Ryan. I don't mind. Wiley, you're a true definition of unbiased blogger. Everybody you got talked about, and if it's good content. Absolutely. Absolutely. Look at Kate. Yeah, Kate have to be Storm. This is the Wiley Show, K-Shine. Why y'all have to diss creators just because you rock with another? People have their thoughts. I'm not jealous of that guy. Y'all bear with me. I'm just okay. So thank y'all so very much. Janice said, I don't know why people take Wiley so serious. Because I'm a serious man. I thought you knew the number. I don't follow nobody. Let's start with that. I'm out here sipping tea slow and being entertained. Listen, you can say what you want to say. All right. Thank y'all so very much. Also, we will be back tomorrow. All right. Greatly appreciate it. We want Armon Wiggins to release the text message. We definitely want him to release the text message of that. Do I still have Jason Lee's number? Let me see. Do I still have his number? Let's see. I should call Kyle. Let me see if I can call Kyle. Let me see if I can call Kyle for the neighborhood talk. Let me see. Let me see if he answers.
Hello.
Hey, Kyrie, this is Wiley. I'm live right now. Can you talk?
What's up,
Well, Armon brought your name, and he brought your name up today. He said that you put him in a group text with Zeus. Is that correct?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Did Jason Lee reach out to you to stop that from happening?
No.
Okay.
What is going on?
Nothing's going on. I'm just asking because Armon said that Jason's tried to stop his back. So I'm like, how many asked Caillou did Jason reach out to Caillou? Let me ask her. Yeah.
No, I don't know nothing about none of that. Nothing.
Okay.
You know, I be minding my business.
Yeah, you be mad at your business, and I did hear about that. And I felt sad for you because I don't know if you found your car because I saw that and I'm like, damn, they stole this man's car. And you live in a gated community.
Oh no, I didn't even listen now. I'm telling the people I live in a gated community thinking I'm like Kim Kardashian. I don't live in no gated.
I mean, but
I
it's
live in a apartment complex that has a gate in it.
okay.
Like a parking garage.
Yeah.
It has like it's a regular apartment.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
really
Okay.
nice, but
I'll go put it up.
they just shouldn't have stolen it. But it was my car I had in college.
Okay. So I'm just glad you're
But
fine. I just called just to be messy. I was live and I said, let me call Kyle on the air to get some clarification here. But I'm glad you cleared it up that Jason didn't reach out to you about that. So I'm just making sure I cleared that.
Oh no. But I did tell Armon I think he would be good to, host one of the things.
I agree because he did such an amazing job.
But these people don't be reaching back out. So I don't know. I tried.
Okay. I'm glad that you tried, Kyrie. I think that's amazing because you wasn't really posting YouTubers like that, but now you're posting them, you showing love, you mediating, and I think you use your power for good. So I think that's a good thing.
Yeah, I told you I don't be having no problem with nobody. I think it's room for everybody to win, So,
I agree. Thank you so much, Kyle.
And thanks for the support, Wiley.
No
and
problem.
Shout out to all of Wiley's supporters. Make sure y'all continue tuning into him. He's such a nice guy. He really is positive, and he's supportive of everybody too.
Yes, I do. Yes.
He might not get the love all the time, but at the end of the day, he does mean well. So that I do know.
Absolutely, and I love the neighborhood. So I think your business is growing, and it's such a powerhouse. And what you're doing for where you came from, I'm like, you could have just went away and you built your own company. So thank you for that because you offer us great content.
Thank you so much. And listen, it wouldn't be nothing without y'all, talking about this stuff on our YouTube pages too. So that'd be helping too.
Yes. All right. Nice talking to you.
Well,
okay.
I'm glad you ain't catch me on guard.
No. That's how I said I was live. I just had to ask you that question.
I was gonna be like, well, shit, I'm already on the air. If I hang up, that's good. So I'm gonna have to all right, I'll talk to you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
I love that man. Okay. I will call. And see, people say that Wiley don't call. I call behind the scenes. And that wasn't the only phone call I made. Y'all just heard it publicly. And so that's good that Jason didn't reach out to Kyle. So I'm gonna track this down. Okay? Y'all got an exclusive. Okay? So we're definitely I'm not gonna call Storm yet. I'm gonna get over this call before I call Storm. Because me and Storm, we get into some things. But excuse me, I like Kai. I think Kai from Neighborhood Talk is incredible. Yeah, I love Kai. I think he's an incredible guy. And he is very talented. And I remember I had him on my vision board. And I said, I want to interview this guy. And he came on the show. It was something him going on with Milagro-Grams. And I saw an opportunity and I got his number. And we had a relationship ever since. I don't call him all the time, but I will pick up the phone call. Okay. And this is a really good guy. The relationship is really, really good. And I'm not a mean type of person. And I remember he was on our show and I said, you need to post the YouTubers. Remember, I said, you need to post the YouTubers. Who do you want me to post? And he called me and I gave him a list of YouTubers that should be posted. And he was the first blog that posted us. He was the first African-American blog that posted us. Okay. And I greatly appreciate that. And I remember I was going through a lot when you used to stick to the celebrity gossip. I'm like, okay, it get kind of hard just to stick to celebrity gossip because if people up there windmilling you in these streets, you need to call them out. But I greatly appreciate Kyle. I think he's a great, great guy. Okay. Great, great guy. Thank you. All right. And so I just had to just give that exclusive right then and there. 1334, caller, you live on air. 1334. 1334, are you there? 1334. What in the world is going on with these people? Okay. I like the neighbor talk about it in the shade room. I like it, and I love the fact that this man, people don't know, he got fired from the shade room, embarrassed. He was the editor at the shade room, good guy. And some of his ideas they still use to this day over there at the company. That man could have went away and just he just could have went away. And somebody told him to start his own company. And that's what he did. And that's what he did. Give me a second. Let me see if I can call Jason Lee. I already know about Corey's being bisexual. I ain't shocked about that. Somebody just sent it to my DM. Let me see if I can call. Let me see if I can call Jason. If I wish I had his real number. That's Kyle. Let me see if I can call Jason Lee.
Hey, this is Jason from Hollywood Unlocked. You called me. I'm getting way too many calls, so please just text me so I can save you to my phone. And all the messages coming from me to you are from me to you. Peace.
See, I can't get in contact with him, so I'm definitely we're trying to get to the bottom of this story. Is Armon Wiggins still live? Oh, he's still alive. He's still live. Okay, I would call him, but he's still alive. Okay. One 334. You live on the air. Hello? 1334. Is this Jason Lee? What is going on? Let me call that person back. Give me a second. What? That probably is that lady that be talking to herself. I got to give me some better callers. I don't know if people calling me in the mental ward or they on their medication, but some of these callers, man, I don't know if they got is my video showing in the mental ward? Because I don't know if it's something wrong with my phone lines. I don't know. They must be showing it at Grady Hospital. Because these people, this one lady was calling in talking to herself. And I had to block her. They must be showing my videos at the mental ward. They got to be. They showing this at Grady Hospital. I don't know if it's working. Let's do it again. 3, 2, 2, 1.
Hey, Wiley, how are you? It's Dee Rich. What's going on?
How you doing, Didi? Okay, it's working. I thought it was me because I'm getting some weird callers. They must see. This is why we have to invest in mental illness and hospitals and mental health and all that. Because I think a lot of people, they're just out on the streets and they're just calling Wiley. But I can't help you. I'm not certified to help you.
Stop it, Wiley. Stop. Don't start.
Because it was one lady, she was just talking to herself. Blah, 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 blah. I don't know what she was speaking. And I'm like, why are you talking to yourself in camera? And I'm like, I have to block her. So I don't know if, she needed her medicine. I don't know. Maybe I attract those people. I don't know.
Those are people you used to work with. Those are people you was taking care of at your old job. Probably.
Oh, man.
Well, welcome back live. I'm glad you're feeling better.
I'm feeling better. I'm not all the way there. Whatever I caught was nasty. It was a nasty bug. And it wasn't the Rona. It wasn't the flu. I don't even want to go through
That's why you need to wear your mask.
I should have, because when I was at the club, I did not have on my mask. The Monique show, I didn't have my mask at the club. And I'm just in people's face just talking and just pouring down drinks.
You was in people's face in Atlanta after that Monique show.
I was.
On the live with you listening in. You was having a good old time. I can't repeat what all was going on.
Yeah. I was having a good time. And it's something to get me out the house. Because I don't really do all that talking, but this time I was bad. Look, I spent so much money, and I looked at both of my accounts, and I had to pay a light bill. I'm like, oh my gosh.
I told you, call your bank, and you know, I'm not going to incriminate, but I told you what to do.
Oh,
but you're living your best life, Wiley. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
Traveling, you going to the concert.
I was.
You're having a good time, and I'm really happy for you. I'm really happy for you. Big things are coming your way. So
yes,
take care of yourself. I
really was out there, and I definitely wore my mask. Shout out to Trey Sorrell. Shout out to T Spiller. Shout out to it's a new Instagram page I want y'all to follow that we have, and it's a new production that we're gonna be doing. We got some new shows coming out of the pipeline. I'm putting on my producer hat. So give me a second. I want y'all to follow that Instagram page. So give me.
Yeah, I saw you posted. I followed it. Yeah, I followed it. When is that other show coming out? That you're on, that you did in Atlanta.
Whenever it comes out, I don't know. Whenever it comes out, I will definitely let y'all know. Like whenever it's a premiere day, because I get that question a lot. I'm like, man, okay, whenever it come out, because I wanted y'all to see everything. They only showed Atlanta. They didn't show like Florida part. So we still tape it. So whenever it comes out, it comes out. But yeah.
Okay.
Thank you for bringing that question. That's a good question.
Yeah, because the trailer was really good. You did your thing.
Yes. Thank you. So make sure y'all go.
And I sent you that video. What you think of the video I sent you? Before Armon had to cut it.
I did see that. And I'm like, he could have lost his page. That man worked. Let me tell you how you could have lost everything you worked for. Because if somebody would report it, if they would have just reported it right then and there, he could have lost his page. That could have happened. I've seen
and it was delayed. He didn't see it right away.
It was delayed, and that really could have happened. But the people, they didn't report it like that because he could have lost his. Because you imagine him losing his page, the work that he put in, that could have been devastating. And that's a teachable moment for him. When you interview them girls, most of them on coke, most of them high, drunk. You need to do that.
It was a while. Did you get to watch the replay? It was a hot.
It was.
Mess. And I was actually watching it live. I couldn't believe it. It was just so. And then they was on, I guess some other Instagram page. It continued on Instagram, and they was reporting the Instagram page because they kept cutting off.
Yeah, and it's really sad. And Armon did a great job. But I didn't want him to see him lose his page because I've seen people lose their whole channel when people get because I remember one time we did a show years ago and we had Auntie Hammy. That woman pulled her shirt up and showed her breast, and I had to immediately shut it down, edit that part out, and do it. And so I said, never again. And that's why when I take on callers, you don't see their face because people are weird. People are really, really weird. They get naked. They get really, really weird. And they know if I get naked, I can get his page taken down. And YouTube don't play. They don't give you a chance to be like, well, it was a mistake. If they see nudity and it get reported as nudity, it get taken down.
Not you getting phone calls.
I thought
should be on top of that.
Oh no, I thought that was Jay Celine. No, that ain't nothing but a bill collector.
Pay your bills.
Hey,
Wear your mask and pay your bills.
That's I think a medical. I think I done racked up a lot of medical bills, but don't worry, we gonna get that together.
You should have went to urgent care.
I don't believe in urgent care because I believe like I go to the hospital, they test me for everything. Because sometimes urgent care, I just love the hospital. I don't really check for the urgent care because I go to the emergency room and stuff like that, and I go to the emergency room and stuff like. Don't worry, I'm gonna file. I'm gonna just do bankruptcy and stuff like that. I did bankruptcy before, but this time I'm gonna be more smarter because I had got a new car. Like, because let me tell y'all something about bankruptcy. So I had filed for Chapter 7. I was 21, 22 years old. I was in excruciating debt, and so once they discharged my debt, I was getting all these credit card offers, all of these car offers. So I went down and got me
Them credit cards will get you.
I went down and got me a 2012 Nissan Sentra with the silver trim on it. It was, I never had a 2012 Nissan, brand spanking new. And I only had to put down $500 because they discharged the debt and I got that offer. And so I went there and then I just accumulate the debt again. So now I'm more smarter. So when I filed for bankruptcy this time, I'm not going to be reckless with my debt like I was before. I was really, really reckless. So, but yeah, I remember, and I was getting that. What was the credit card? Damn, I can't think of the name. They're real popular. And
American Express?
Capital, is the Capital? I want to say Capital One. Yes. And it was a $5,000 credit limit. I thought I was rich. And I literally went to the store and just bought. My grandma says, "You rich?" I'm like, I just got a credit card.
You're supposed to use it for emergencies.
I learned that lesson now. Now I don't even get a credit limit of $5,000. I got like a credit card with $300, and those are like my emergency. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't know. I was young. I was in my 20s. I was young. I thought I was rich with the $5,000 credit. I thought I was rich, but now I'm learning and being more smart with my money. And like when I pay bills, like this time, I just went reckless with my spending. I was doing shopping, and I just went reckless. But I usually don't get reckless. I'm not broke, but I'm not doing that no more.
If you're not able to pay it back in full or at least half, don't even waste your time.
Don't even waste your time. And so now I'm stacking my bread back up, and I'm back working. I like working and doing YouTube because I love having those two incomes. I think that's really, really great and really, really good. But I'm done because I spent a lot with concert tickets and shopping and getting my hair cut every 3 days.
But you know what? They have paying for now too, so you don't even need a credit card. You don't have to use your credit card as much since everything is paying for practically. Even PayPal has paying for.
That's true.
And what I wanted to tell you too, if you go to the hospital all the time. What I found out was if you go to the hospital and tell them you're homeless, you don't get a bill.
Really?
Yes, and I confirmed. I don't know if it's in Texas. You got to ask someone, but I know someone that works in an emergency room, so I was able to confirm that. But that's in New York. Every state might be different.
Right. Oh God! But thank you so very much, sis, for calling in.
Well, you know I love you. It's always a pleasure chatting with you.
Thank you.
And I can't wait till you do your meet and greet in New York. All right.
All right. I'm definitely gonna I definitely will have my mask on. Definitely doing New York. Jeff got to do New York. New York and Virginia is on the docket for next year.
I wish it would come during the holidays. It's beautiful out here. You know, we have the lights, Rockefeller Center, ice skating.
Okay,
you came down there, but I know it's too cold for you.
I know it's not too cold for me because I'm from Chicago, and you know Chicago, yeah, it's cold. But I was
going to say, but
it's been a while since I've been in the cold. Like, you know, Texas get it cold sometimes, but New York is cold.
It's not like New York, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm definitely gonna do.
It was 77 degrees today, though.
Really, I'm definitely gonna do. New York.
In their shorts,
New York
jackets,
but
they're gonna be sick. March.
New York is on my list.
All right, Wally. Well, once again, take care. I love you. Be safe. Wear your mask.
Thank you.
When you travel to see your family, make sure you wiping down the seat and stuff.
Okay.
Maybe put on some, clothes, cover all up. That way you don't get any of that stuff on you.
All right. Will do. Thank you. Thank you so very much. Thank y'all so very much.
Night.
All right. Bye-bye. Also, again, my birthday is November 11th. We're asking for $1 per year. That's $32. And that money is going to go towards some ideas that I have. I'm not going to get into the ideas now. So if you want to contribute to that, that's $1 per year, $32. Make sure y'all go follow that Instagram page. We got some shows that we're going to be producing. I'm really super excited for that. My birthday is 11/11. Shout out somebody's going to be 50 tomorrow. Yeah, happy birthday, you Breeze. And so we definitely going to be there. That's November 11th. I will be 32 years old. 32 years old, and I'm super excited. I'll be 32. And I'm asking for $1 per year. And if you can do $1 per year, do it close to that. Yes. You're going to be 40 days. Okay. Scorpio's in the house. Black Panther comes out on my birthday. I'm going to see Black Panther. I'm definitely going to see that. All right. I thought I was going to get some more callers. Thank y'all so very much. We will see y'all in the next episode. Thank you to Caillou for picking up the phone. Thank y'all. And I will see y'all in the next episode. Peace and blessing. If you want to contribute to our Cash App, it's $ Marquise Wiley 28. We have the P.O. Box. I just renewed it. So if y'all sending something to the P.O. Box, it's P.O. Box 701122, Dallas, Texas 75370. Thank you so very much. Okay. Make sure y'all get y'all Black Panther tickets. Definitely going to see it. And definitely going to support. Oh, you're going to pay for my ticket, Teresa? Okay. Thank you. She going to pay for my ticket. Ah. Thank you. All right. I think it's like $15 if I'm not mistaken. Probably like 15. Yeah. Thank y'all so very much. We will see y'all in the next episode. Y'all be blessed. Peace.